Hello YouTube, Rob the Jersey Spider coming at you today. I'm currently in Manahawkin, New Jersey, and we are heading to Long Beach Island, New Jersey. So I hope you enjoy the ride with me. Let's go. Okay, so here we are, summer traffic, heading to the island. It's a beautiful day today. The Spider's saying it's 91. It's not 91. It's supposed to be a high of 86 today. When I left the house, it was probably 78 degrees. I mean, it might be 82 now. I don't know why. The temperature is always off on these things, but it's just the way they are. You have to realize that. So it is a beautiful day today, but it is a little smoky. It's smoky out. Apparently, smoke from the wildfires up in Canada has reached the Jersey Shore today, and there's a bit of a haze in the sky. It should be a perfectly blue sky today, but no. It happens. What are you going to do? So right now, I am riding for safety. I have my protective jacket, gloves on, long pants. But as it increases in heat, I may or may not take the jacket off. We'll see what happens. I always ride with the gloves regardless. They don't bother me that much, even though they're black. They don't bother me. I mean, your hands sweat a little bit, I guess, but they don't really bother me. I don't mind wearing them. But if it gets too hot, I will take the jacket off. I don't really like doing it, but I will do it. We'll see how it goes today. Okay, everybody, here we go. We are going to be approaching the Causeway Bridge. It is the bridge that links the mainland to Long Beach Island. The original bridge, which was a wooden bridge, the very original, was built, I believe, back in 1914, linking the island to the mainland. I believe that lasted up until the 50s, if I recall, and it was rebuilt as a steel and cement bridge. And that one ultimately began to fail, and this current bridge that we're riding over now was completed, I believe, in 2020. Although up to recently, they've still been doing road work on either side of it, but the bridge has been completed since approximately 2020. It's Barnegat Bay. Hard to see over the cement here. So the first town we're going to run into as we cross over this bridge is going to be a town called Ship Bottom. And the story goes that the town of Ship Bottom was named that due to a shipwreck that occurred. I don't really know when it was, whether it was the 1700s, 1800s, but the story goes that a boat had capsized and washed ashore, and stuck within the boat was a woman screaming for help, and the boat was upside down, and men had to cut a hole in the bottom of the vessel to retrieve the woman. Ultimately saved her, and the town was named Ship Bottom after that incident. So the story goes. So that's the first part we're going to ride into. So Long Beach Island, Long Beach Township is 18 miles long. The most southern end, the southern town, is called Holgate, and the most northern town is called Barnegat Light. And that is ultimately where we're going to go today, is take a ride to Barnegat Light and catch a glimpse of the historic Barnegat Lighthouse, also known as Old Barney. A lot of traffic today. It is summer at the Jersey Shore. And it is about 11 o'clock, so I should have come way earlier. Would have had a smoother ride, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day. Like I said, there's a lot of smoke in the air from the Canadian wildfires that has made its way down here to New Jersey, so it's not as clear as it should be, but it's still a beautiful day. It'll be a slow ride. I know some back ways. I did a lot of work on the island here, so I know some back ways to get around and all that. Hopefully my back ways haven't been discovered. Another glimpse of Barnegat Bay. Hotel LBI, that was completed several years ago. There used to be a restaurant there called the Quarter Deck, and it was there for a very long time, and whoever this gentleman is that purchased the property built this enormous hotel with a restaurant inside. I haven't eaten there, but I heard it's very good and very expensive, but as is everything nowadays. Okay, so we are in Ship Bottom right now, and very shortly, this is obviously the residential section, and very shortly we will be entering Surf City. So Surf City, as I think there's a Surf City, California, there's probably a Surf City, Florida. It's not an uncommon name, but the original town of Surf City was called Long Beach City. And back many years ago, when it was Long Beach City, apparently the United States Postal Service made them change the name because it was too close to Long Branch, New Jersey, just the name. And they wanted them to change it, so they came up with Surf City. And here we go. Welcome to Surf City. So I don't know about any of you guys that ride the Spyder, but you get a lot of looks, and you get a lot of thumbs up, you get a lot of waves, you get a lot of people just stare at you because you don't see these things all the time. And you get the most looks from kids. And I think it's fantastic. And if you think about it, like, if you look at this thing from the side, from the distance, it really does look like something Batman would ride. They're pretty cool looking, so you do get a lot of attention when you're on these things. The one day I was riding down a residential street, and there was a group of kids playing ball or whatever in the front yard, and or rather in the street. They were playing ball, and kind of flagged me down, so I stopped and chatted with them a little bit, and they were awestruck by this thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it. The thing is a blast to ride. So I've said it before, if you're thinking about getting one of these, don't think about it, just get one. They're such a good time to ride. I'm going to take a little turn here shortly. So if you are traveling northbound on the island, in Surf City there's a little bit of a business district, just a couple streets to the right of me. And after you get through that business section, for the most part, other than one other little section in a town called Harvey Cedars, it is pretty much, there's Barnegat Bay again. It's pretty much all residential. Bayside, Oceanside, and there are homes that are multi-million dollar homes on this island. And in fact, like I said, I did a lot of work on this island. And any of these homes you look at, whether they're that one, that's worth $1 million, that house. So there are thousands or tens of thousands of millionaires, multi-millionaires on this island. It's incredible. God bless America, right? So I know right here, right now, there's not a whole lot to see. It's just all residential, but it's a beautiful day. Ride together. Learn a little history of the island. If you ever want to visit here, it really is, there's a ton of Airbnbs and stuff down here you can rent, and the beaches are beautiful. I will try to get some video and or photos of the beaches so you have a little bit of an idea how beautiful they actually are. Panzone's Pizza, that's a famous pizza parlor down here on the island. Eaten there several times, very good pie. Okay, we are on Long Beach Boulevard. So yeah, there's not like a whole lot to see here on the boulevard. Again, this too is all residential. We're approaching the North Beach section. We'll be exiting Surf City, and there should be a sign here coming up. Welcome to North Beach. So there are streets here, but a lot of these, or some of these sections on the ocean side will have a private driveway with a mansion on the ocean, and a lot also have numerous homes on one kind of pebble or dirt street. There's been massive rebuilding down here since Hurricane Sandy in 2012, and most of the homes are pretty much brand new. And the Bayside is nothing to laugh at either. If you live on the Bayside, most of the homes here have been rebuilt. There's still a few older ones, but most of the homes have been rebuilt. And again, there's sections where from the street to the bay is one house. And most of them have like a guest quarters out front, a huge guest quarters, and then their mansion closer to the bay. Supposedly Madonna owned a home here. I can't remember other celebrities. And then there's a really neat complex on the ocean. I'll see if I can point it out. And it's a large piece of property with numerous homes and guest quarters on it, pool. And supposedly the rumor is the guy that built that, he's the guy that invented the window in the envelope. So the rumor goes. I did not fact check that. So as we ride out of North Beach, the next town is Harvey Cedars. Welcome to Harvey Cedars. Harvey Cedars welcomes you. So Harvey Cedars, how did that name come to be? So I read that it was referred to as Harvest Cedars back in the day. And if you say Harvest Cedars real fast, Harvest Cedars, Harvest Cedars, Harvest Cedars, it sounds like Harvey Cedars, and they change it from Harvest Cedars to Harvey Cedars. There you go. So the job that I did here, with all the work I did here on the island and with all the new construction, I worked for an engineer and I was a piling inspector. So all the homes here are raised up on wood pilings when they knock them down, and or if it's an older home and they just want to lift it up and rebuild it, I would make sure that the pilings were the proper pilings according to a set of piling plans I was supplied, and that they were embedded in the proper tonnage and all that good stuff. So that was my job. But I have since moved on from there to a cushy office job, instead of standing out in the heat and cold all day long watching pilings being put in the ground. It was a good gig though. My boss was a great boss. That's a big thing here, the airplanes with the banners over the beach. That's a huge New Jersey thing that they do. See that all over the place. Black Eyed Susan's. That used to be called the Plantation Restaurant, and it used to be very, very good. I have not eaten at this place, but it's been around for a little while now, so I'm guessing it's pretty good. So the next town that we're approaching has a very odd and interesting name. The name of the town is called Loveladies. A little unusual. And back a while ago, I tried to research why it was called Loveladies, and nothing seemed to pop up. But I looked last night, again, knowing I was going to take this ride, and the town of Loveladies is named after a guy named Thomas Lovelady, who apparently owned a 10-acre island in the bay off of whatever the town was called then. It was probably Barnegat, or part of Barnegat. Thomas Lovelady. This is Loveladies, New Jersey. So these are some of the big homes there, the Bayside homes. It takes up all the property from the street back all the way to the bay. Building another one there. as we ride, you'll see there's a ton of joggers and bicyclists. I'm sure earlier there was a lot more because it's, you know, a little bit later in the day now. But people exercise like crazy here. They enjoy the island. It is a beautiful place. It really is. It's so, especially this side, it's just so residential and nice. A lot of architects over here designing new homes. And I'll tell you that having worked here, it doesn't really seem like the building is slowing down too much. Now, as you get closer to Barnegat Light, there's sections that there are still older homes. And as time goes on, people are buying these older homes, tearing them down, and building brand new McMansions. So it just there's new construction there. It just doesn't seem like it's ever really slowing down here. Progress, they say. So I get up a little bit farther. I'm going to turn off to the bay side and show you that. Much more pleasing view than just riding down this boulevard here. You guys that have the Can Am Spyders, do you guys find yourself doing the same thing? I'll just like keep my hand on my lap as I ride. It's just relaxing. We're just on a nice slow ride. I don't know. I find myself doing it all the time. Switch gears here. 6th gear. And if you do come here and visit, pay attention to the speed limits. Don't go too fast. You will get pulled over. Usually the police are always running radar down here, so just be careful. And you really should pay attention really during the summer with the speeds, especially when you get to the south side where it's more business-like and there's an amusement park down there and everything. There are people walking everywhere, so do the speed limits when you're down there. You don't want to be hurting anybody. Ah, the old Honey Dipper. Those guys are busy here with all the construction going on. Okay, we're going to make a turn onto this street. Left turn, Clyde. That's a beautiful Chevy pickup. Yeah, riding right now. I mean, it feels like it's only mid-70s maybe. It's not bad at all. I think the humidity is pretty low today. It's kind of been like that all week. I think it's supposed to pick up next week, but right now it's low humidity, which makes it a very pleasing ride. All your walkers. So if you make a left turn here, there's a big residential section bayside called Bar Harbor. It's a little shopping village, Viking village. Take a little ride through here just to sightsee. And up ahead, little village, little shops and so forth they have here. You'll see all these fishing boats. Now, Barnegat Light is a big fishery town. In fact, one of the boats was used in the movie The Perfect Storm. I do not know which one, but one of the boats from Barnegat Light, one of the fishing boats, was used in the movie, and I don't know which one it was. But that is a fact. Take a ride up ahead a little bit more, get a better view of some of these fishing boats. I think I can cut through here. Quaint little town, Barnegat Light. So Barnegat Light was originally named Barnegat. Barnegat, it was pronounced. and it was named that by the Dutch and some of these giant fishing boats. And Barnegat in Dutch means wild inlet or something to that effect. Don't quote me on that, but it's something to that effect. A powerful inlet, and somewhere along the line it wound up getting renamed to Barnegat. It got shortened, Barnegat to Barnegat. And if you look way in the distance, you can see the Barnegat Lighthouse way out there. It's actually not very far. We'll be there shortly. It looks farther away than what it actually is. So this island goes way back. Long Beach Island was originally founded back in 1690, and it's been growing ever since. You can understand the appeal to it. So coming up ahead, the blue building in the distance there is Coast Guard Station Barnegat Light. Proud of our Coast Guardmen and women. You need help, you're out, and I am a boater, and you need help, they will be there ASAP. Those guys are well trained, and they are a necessity to these waterways. Coming up on Old Barney, you can see her. I guess a lot of these boats are out of the water just for maintenance or whatever, painting. Maybe they're having engine problems or whatever, but I guess that's why they're out, because they should be fishing. Okay, so we are coming up on Barnegat Light State Park. I'm guessing it's going to be busy today. Move over here. There she is, peeking above the trees. She stands 163 feet tall. She's 172 feet above sea level. She was, I believe, commissioned to be built, or rebuilt, shall I say, in 1854. She was built between 1857 and 1858, and she first was lit up on January 1st, 1859, I believe it was. Get a little bit of parking here in the middle of nowhere. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera, I'll put her on a selfie stick, and I'm going to just take a little walk out there and film, and I will put some music to it as we go out there. Now, I may or may not try to climb the lighthouse. I don't know, because it's probably very busy today. I may do another video later, maybe in the fall when it's not so busy. It's the heart of summer today, middle of August, and it's probably going to be pretty busy. So I may just take a little walk down the jetty and film that and put some music to it. So hope you guys enjoy that, okay? She is beautiful. Let's take a walk. Okay guys, well that's our little trip today to Long Beach Island. I thank you for joining me, and hopefully we can do another trip really soon. I'm going to take a nice ride back on my beautiful Spyder and enjoy the rest of this wonderful day, and I hope you all have a wonderful day too. I'll talk to you guys soon, and once again, if you could, please give me a thumbs up and a subscription if you would like. I would really appreciate it. But thank you guys. Have a great day, and we will talk to you all soon.